Hi everyone, Go from Runchat here. I'm just going to show you around some of the cool new features of our Rhino plugin. So the new Rhino plugin gives you a lot of interoperability between Rhino and Runchat running in a web view over here. You can download it from the package manager and then sign into a free Runchat account and start playing around with it. One of the things that's nice about it is we can load any GLB content, so 3D models that you create in Runchat, straight into Rhino. Where we can keep working with them. Basically, one of the things that's nice about this is we can take screenshots from Rhino, bring these into our Runchat web view, where we can keep doing stuff with them, like, using image editing tools and things like that to make whatever changes we might need. Another thing that we can do that's really useful is just to show you how this works. Another thing we can do that's super useful is using Rhino's Z buffer in conjunction with Depth's ControlNets. So I've got a ControlNet that's trained on this Casa Cyrac project here, and let's just take a couple of these depth screenshots. So maybe we'll take one like that, screenshot that, bring it into Runchat. You'll know it'll show up in a second. And maybe we want to take a new one from, say, this view here, and we'll screenshot that as well. Yeah, maybe we want to take a top view as well, and we'll screenshot that. So there's a couple of things that are nice about how Runchat works. One is that everything runs in parallel. So I've got my 3 different depth maps, which I just created here. We're going to connect them up to my depth ControlNet model, and I don't need to pre-process that depth. And when we run this, it's going to run our LoRa trained on this crazy building here on all 3 of those depth images, so we can generate a bunch of stuff in parallel. And we'll see what we get in a second. So it's going to have created 3 images. They're pretty crazy. And let's say we want to go make some 3D models from those. I'm going to go ahead and run those with Trellis. That's going to run once for each one of those models. We're going to generate 3 different meshes. While Trellis is running, we can talk about another feature which is in this plugin, which is the ability to run Python code that we generate in Runchat using the agent node usually, so language models. So getting Python code to compile in Rhino to run without any errors can be a little bit tricky, but as long as you've got good prompts, this can be pretty useful. So for instance, let's try something really, really simple. Rhino in Python script that generates a sphere at the origin. I know Gemini likes to use F strings, so I'm going to say don't use F strings. Okay, there's our 3D models finished. So we're going to run our code and queue that up. All right, so we've generated a bunch of these different crazy things. And we should be able to just pull that back into Rhino as well. Now, so running our code, any node that generates Python, we will be able to select that node. Just going to pull this out of the way. Select that node, and then we can run this little run Python script in Rhino button. And sure enough, that goes and generates our sphere at the origin. So if you can write Python code that compiles or get a language model to do it, then that's going to run just fine. Another thing which is pretty useful is, let's say that we've got an image that we like. Maybe I like, I don't know, this one. And I want to do a kind of a make 2D of that, or a live trace. We can, well, I'm yelling at the model, that's okay. We can also import SVGs into Rhino from Runchat. So as long as you can generate an SVG, I guess you can either generate it with an agent node or using the vectorize tool in Runchat, which basically is like live trace for an image. So I've gone and turned that into something which is close to line work, and then we can vectorize it to get actual line work. And a bit like with the code tool, as long as we've got a node selected that has an SVG output, we can hit import SVG to Rhino. We've got our settings, just like a normal import, and that's going to load it in as actual geometry that we can then go ahead and edit. So that's really useful, especially for generating things like text or reference images. I mean, I guess we could also probably do stuff like I doubt this model knows about Enrique Morales, but let's see what we get. Okay, there's a floor plan. Put Morales' name on it, which is pretty funny. We're just going to vectorize that to turn it into an SVG. We'll get this one out of the way. And we can import that one into Rhino as well. So there's probably something that we can do with this for generating kind of like reference plans and things like that. Or for editing plans. There's all sorts of kind of conceptual applications of this, I think, where we're using generative AI to play around with this stuff. Definitely not a build what this image model generates, but I think it's a pretty useful toolkit to experiment with. So have fun, go create a free Runchat account, get the plugin from the package manager, and catch us on Discord.